Which way is which? The middle one is synthesis, that's control, and that's destroy, I think. To be honest, synthesis seems like a really big thing to force on everybody, and control seems like a stupid idea, so I'm just gonna go with destroy. Even though this means Edie's gonna die. I mean, that is kind of a bummer that Edie and, well, the Geth will all die and stuff, and Shep will too, I guess. But what are you gonna do? Pretty sure this is the one, isn't it? It's the only way Shepard's gonna live is if I do the one in the middle, but this one will change the Mass Effect universe the least. It makes the most sense to me. I really gotta think about this though. Yeah, I gotta do this one. Sorry, Edie. Sorry, Shep. This thing gonna break at some point? There it goes, I guess. This is kind of funny. Weird cutscene. Yeah, I just makes the most sense to me. It's one that Shepard really set out to do in the first place, too. So, we'll go for that. It's kind of a bummer killing all those people, but...
All fleets, the Crucible is armed. Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Jeff, we need to go.
Damn it, why? I don't exactly understand why they have to go, but whatever. This is added as well. Yeah, I mean, I thought about what I was going to do at the end. The explanations were actually pretty good there in terms of what it would do. But I did give it some thought, and Shepard set out to destroy the Reapers. And even though it does mean that all these other people are going to die, it's the right thing to do, I think. Because I don't like the idea of the synthesis thing very much. It seems kind of dumb. Control is just bound to fail, I'm sure, in the long run. It seems like a stupid idea. So... destroying them seems like the logical thing to do. Seems like it's kind of too bad that that little shockwave doesn't move a little faster. Some of these soldiers might have made it. I guess these guys will, but holy crap, those guys are like they're in a little bit of trouble. Aw, did Big Ben get taken out? Aw, it's dead. Yeah. That's what they get. I mean, it does raise some interesting questions about if they ever do a game after this game. I don't think they can make Mass Effect 4 take place after Mass Effect 3, cause, unless it's like way hundreds of years later, because the galaxy's just too screwed up, and I don't know what the official ending is. It's probably the synthesis is the canon ending, because that was the one that they said was the perfect solution and all that stuff, so I really don't know. It's hard to say. Oh, here it goes off through the relays. I like this piano version of the Mass Effect theme a lot, actually. That's one of the big complaints people had originally, is that all the endings just basically changed the color of the light beam that went out, but they explained the endings pretty well. I'm actually, having played through this without the extended ending, and with it, I actually think the extended cut is actually pretty good. The choices you're given are still a little weird, and but they explained the origin of that Star Child guy a lot better. I like that better. I'm actually not one of the people who hates the ending of this game. I think it's an alright ending. I think destroy was the right way to go. Look how happy everybody is. Would they be that happy if they were all half synthetic? Is it gonna show the sad part with like Edie dead somewhere? And it's kind of gutto if it's gonna actually have the impact, really. I would imagine it has to show Edie dying. Is she just gonna fall over on the ship? Where is she? I do feel bad. She's really the only one that I feel that bad. Legion's already dead, so I don't really care that much about what happened to Legion. Again, Joker's not gonna be happy. Crap, man. That's not good. They're not gonna show Edie die, are they? Maybe that guy was lying. That'd be funny if he was lying all along. Everybody's fine. I remember this part from the original ending. Normandy's just on some friggin' jungle planet. Looks pretty screwed up. How the hell did it ever end up there? It's like in a really narrow canyon. I guess they're just doomed for all time there. Who gets out of the ship? Joker, of course. Who else is with him? I think that changes based on your decisions. Hopefully Liara. Yep, Liara is okay. So, Shepard can rest well knowing that. Who else is going to get off? Is that it? Oh, there's Garrus. He's good. Figured he would be. Well, that's kind of odd that they don't show the Geth and everybody dying. That's a little disappointing, frankly. You would think that they'd want you to know that you're the negative part of all your decisions there. Like, no, maybe they will here. This is new.
The war is over. The Reapers have been defeated. Against all odds, and in the face of the greatest threat this galaxy has ever known, we survived. We suffered many losses. The relays are severely damaged, but we won.
Cool beans.
This victory belongs to each of us. Every man, woman, and child.
That's pretty
Every
goofy.
civilization. On every world.
Just the still images here, like the end of friggin' Animal House. Those just look like concept art pretty much too. Oh, he made it to the beach. That's nice.
Now, as we take our first steps toward restoring what we lost, we must remember what it took to win.
Aw, little baby Krogan.
This wasn't a victory by a single fleet, a single army, or even a single species. If this war has taught us anything, it is that we are at our strongest when we work together.
True that.
And if we can put down our grievances long enough to stop something as powerful as the Reapers, imagine what we can achieve now that they are defeated. It will take time, but we can rebuild everything that was destroyed.
It's true, it's just stuff.
Our homes, our worlds, our fleets and defenses, all of this and more. Together we can build a future greater than any one of us could imagine.
Is that the Citadel flying back to wherever it goes?
A future paid for by the sacrifices of those who fought and died alongside us. A future that many will never see.
Poor Shepard. Oh, that was a lot better with the extended cut ending there. Looks like everything in the galaxy is going to be A-OK too. Is Shep's name on there? Doesn't seem to be. They're probably putting it on right now, aren't they? Yep, Liara's going to put Shepard's name up there. Just Commander Shepard, even though everybody else has a real name. That's really sad.
And while we still have many challenges ahead of us, we can face them together. And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
Well, Normandy's all better already. That's nice. Fixed that pretty quick. It made it seem like it was a big deal that they were all crashed on the planet in the original extended cut. It's like they were going to be trapped there because it's like the mass relays don't work. The ship was broken. I don't know how they were going to fix it. There were giant holes in the hull, but it looked perfect when they took off there. It's odd. Uh-oh. What's this? Did we get the final breath thing? Ooh. So we did get enough war assets to get that 4-second extra thing at the end there. Anyway, I'll do what I always do and just talk over the sped up credits here. And I think there's a stupid thing at the end of this with like Neil Armstrong or Buzz Aldrin or something. Is it Buzz Aldrin? It might be Buzz Aldrin who talks at the end. But anyhow, this has been a long time coming. I did Mass Effect 1, 2, and now 3. So between all that, that's probably about 400 or so videos, I would think. I don't know exactly what it's going to end up being. Maybe 300 and something. But it's been a long series here. It's taking me a long time to get this done. And I want to thank everybody who's actually managed to watch even just one of the video series. Like if you just watch Mass Effect 3, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. That's a lot of videos. It's going to probably be about 140 or something like that just for this one alone. If you watched all of them, that's pretty amazing because it's a lot of Mass Effect. I really liked this series a lot. It's actually probably my favorite video game series ever at this point. I've played through all the games except for Mass Effect 2. I played through all the other games. I don't even know how many times, a bunch of times. This and Dragon Age Origins, not Dragon Age 2, are Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age Origins are probably my two favorite games ever. Both of the games have a lot in common in terms of what I like about them. I think the characters in these games are fantastic. I really just enjoyed listening to the people talk, which I usually don't really care for that much in games. I think they were well written, they were well conceived characters. For the most part, they were interesting. Some of the characters in Mass Effect 3, not so much the new characters that they introduced. Like, I didn't really care about Cortez, and I guess I like James a little bit in the end. He's not the best, but it's always kind of hard anyway when you add new characters at the very end of a long-running series anyway. They're never as good. But, yeah, I really hope... I mean, I know that they've announced that they're working on another Mass Effect game, and... I don't know, I'm optimistic about it, because I actually think that this game, although it's not as good as Mass Effect 2 in my opinion, is still really one of the better games that's come out in a very long time. Now, the ending originally did have some issues. It was mostly just confusing, I thought. I didn't really have a problem with it, I just thought it was kind of confusing. And the extended cut ending makes it make a lot more sense. Now, the questions that everybody has, of course, is what is Mass Effect 4 going to be? Is it going to be after this? Or even if it is Mass Effect 4, they haven't said it's Mass Effect 4, it's just another Mass Effect game. So it could even be a prequel or something like that. I kind of hope it's not, because everybody does prequels, and I don't really care for prequels all that much. It just kind of doesn't make the story mean as much if you already kind of know where it's going to end. But yeah, I mean, especially the characters that carried all the way through from Mass Effect 1, like Liara and Garrus and Tali. Those characters are some of my favorite characters that have ever been in any media, you know, like I would put them up there with anything that's like on most television science fiction shows. Like, I like them, not more. Star Trek The Next Generation will always be my favorite thing ever. Like, Commander Data is pretty much the greatest character that ever lived, in my opinion. But you know, they're up there with those kind of characters, and I think they've really created an interesting universe here. I'm excited to see what they do with it in the future now that you know, this trilogy is done. They're going to have a little bit more freedom, I think, to do whatever they want. Hopefully it's not just going to be something dumb like set in the middle of some of these games or something. I really hope that they do something like go forward a couple hundred years and kind of see how all this stuff came out. I don't know how they do that, though, because I don't know which ending's canon. I don't know exactly how they'd end up handling that, because if you do that, you do have to take one of these endings and decide that that was everybody's ending, because you have to start the new game based in a common place, of course. You can't have it start like everybody's half robot, half human, and or, you know, that couldn't really happen. That would be too much to put into a game, and it would probably complicate the story a lot. So they're gonna have to choose, if they ever do another game after this, which is the official ending. I don't know if they've said which one is the official ending or not. If they haven't said, then it probably means they're not going to be setting anything after this for a while. I know they're really focused on Dragon Age 3 right now, so we probably won't really be hearing much about the new Mass Effect game until after that is either out or nearly released, because they're not going to want to steal its thunder. But I think there's, like I said, there's a short little thing at the end of the credits here. These credits are going to be sped up, so I'll just include it right after the credits. So just skip to the last like minute or two of the video if you don't want to watch all these credits rolling. And you'll see that. And I don't know if they've said if there's another DLC coming out for this. They did more DLCs, I think, for Mass Effect 2 than this one so far. So hopefully they'll come out with some sort of story-related DLC for the end. But then again, it will be kind of weird to play through the DLC not in the game. I like that I was able to play through this with Leviathan and the Omega DLC installed, because Leviathan especially added a lot to the ending of that game. It made it make a lot more sense. I actually think it really kind of saves the ending of the game. Leviathan, everyone who plays this game should play Leviathan, because it's pretty important, I think, to this game. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this series. If you have watched it all this time, again, you guys are my heroes. That's a lot of videos. Not as many as my Dragon Age videos probably, but pretty close.
Did that all really happen?
Yes, but some of the details have been lost in time. It all happened so very long ago.
That's some bad voice acting there.
When can I go to the stars?
One day, my sweet.
My sweet.
What
One
will be
day,
there?
my sweet.
Anything you can imagine. Our galaxy has billions of stars. Each of those stars could have many worlds. Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Aww.
Tell me another story about the shepherd.
It's getting late, but okay. One more story.
Astronauts apparently make bad voice actors, is all I can really say about that. The sad part is that's probably the best take that they had, I hope. So congratulations on bringing an end to the Reaper threat. Commander Shepard has become a legend, and from here you can continue to build that legend. It has been a long journey for Shepard and for the team here at BioWare, and like Shepard, we couldn't have done it alone. The Mass Effect trilogy began with the vision of a small team, but over the years it has grown. That growth has been fueled and shaped by the feedback and support of the player community. Thank you for joining us in that journey, and we look forward to sharing further adventures with you in the Mass Effect universe. So, not only is that saying there's going to be more DLC, It's also saying that the story of Mass Effect is not done, and no one's surprised about that because it sold really well. Why would they not make another game, especially with EA involved? EA loves their money, so they're definitely going to follow that one up. It's not like this game bombed or anything. So anyway, thanks again, guys. I'll catch you next time.